second half. For the right to face Purdue, Drake and UCLA, and here again is Kurt Gowdy.
Alcindor, Heights, Shackelford, Rowe, and Vallely. The same lineup that opened the game for UCLA. Wanamaker, Draper, McCarter, Pulliam, and Wise for Drake. Rowe has the tip-off. UCLA with the ball, leading 41-39 as we start the second half. Heights jammed there by McCarter. And a foul called on Draper, number 32. He was holding Vallely. That's the first foul on Draper. Vallely, in the first half, had 10 points. Free throw line, he made 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4 for him now. And UCLA's ahead, 42-39. UCLA puts the press on. The Carter says, get out of the way, I'll get it across. Setting up with a single pivot, a man in each corner, 2 out in front. Now they start their pattern. Wanamaker, Alcindor lets him shoot. Wanamaker hits it. 42-41. UCLA. Alcindor gave him the shot out front. Let's roll. Look how tight Drake's playing him on his man-to-man. Alcindor has to come out to help. Off the pivot. Pulliam, fast breaking. Here's a 3-on-1. McCarter whips it underneath. Drake leads. Wise scores. Drake takes the lead for the first time. 43-42. Toughest games UCLA's had in 3 years. Alcindor on the pass, 44-43. Alcindor now with 19 points. He's been the difference. Shot by Draper. Drake back out in front, 45-44. A minute and a half gone in the second half. Heights jump shooting, and he hits to send UCLA back out in front. 46-45. Willie McCarter brings it down. UCLA was a heavy favorite in this game. Wanamaker again out in front. That one won't go in for him. On the rebound is Curtis Rowe, capturing his 7th rebound of the game. Alcindor leads with 10 rebounds. Rowe and Alcindor have been tough on the board. Foul called on Willie McCarter. First foul on McCarter, the second team foul on Drake. Heights is up for his first free throw of the game. Kenny Heights. 47-45, UCLA. Ball Pulliam to Draper. Draper ties it up. Steal. UCLA had trouble getting it across. UCLA, by the way, committed 10 turnovers in the first half to only 2 for Drake. There's the strategy. Get it into Alcindor. He misses that one. Wanamaker rebound. To Willie Wise. 2-on-1 to Pulliam for the layup. He blew it underneath. Draper shot. Short. And they had the golden chance then to go out in front. Now UCLA's back on a break. They hold it up to Rowe out in front. The game is tied 47-all. Rowe's drive sends UCLA out in front. For 1 step and he was in there. 49-47 UCLA. Curtis Rowe has 14 points. Draper again. He forced that one. He had the open shot. Didn't have control of the ball. 3:15 gone in this half. Valley 51-47. Valley scored inside tonight. That's 13. Foul on Kenny Heights. He's gambling for a pickup. 3rd foul on Heights. The first team foul on UCLA in this half. Now Williams in. Willie Wise goes out. 51 to 48, UCLA. 3.5 minutes gone in the second half. It's to Alcindor, and it's deflected out by Wanamaker. Well, you can see his strategy, trying to get it inside to Alcindor. Drake has had no one that can cover him in there. There it is again to him. The spin and is good. 53 to 48. 7-1 and a half, and the biggest Drake man at center is Wanamaker, who's 6'8". The other two are 6'5". So that tremendous height advantage of Alcindor is the difference in this game. 53-48, UCLA. Fouls on Wanamaker for a block. The player control foul. There's Alcindor again. That's for the foul. Foul is on Al Williams. That's 4 on him. He's played very little tonight. He was in foul trouble early in the game. So they'll have to take him out and put Willie Wise in. Lou Alcindor shooting 1. He hit 9 out of 13 free throws in the first half. Wise took the rebound. He has 8 rebounds now. Williams, Archer. Heights leading a fast break. 3 on 2. Off the roll. Rowe travels with the ball. Breaks ball. UCLA ahead 53 to 48. Alcindor up for the rebound off McCarter's missed shot. The Heights. Wise again. That's his 9th rebound of the game. Gets up there on those boards. Carter is open. Won't go down for him. Curtis Rowe has it for UCLA. 14 and a half minutes to play. Wide open underneath the shot score. 55 to 48 now, UCLA. Drake had taken the lead. 45-44 with 2 minutes gone in this half. Now UCLA has opened it up a 7-point lead. Purdue won the opening game tonight. They'll play the winner of this game for the national title on Saturday. Draper's shot is good to make it 55 to 50. 12 points for Draper. Foul, Wanamaker. 4 on Wanamaker, 4 on Williams, and 3 on Wise, all alternating and trying to cover Alcindor. Big Lou is 21 points, the leading scorer. Wise on the rebound. Breaks ball. 13:45 to play. Carter shot. Again, 55 to 52. Drake refuses to fold. 14 points for Willie McCarter. He's now scored more field goals in one season than he just there. Heights loses the ball out of bounds after Draper nearly picked it off. Drake's ball. That's the 11th turnover charge to UCLA. Drake has committed 3. And the 12th turnover now against UCLA. Carter in possession. They have to shift. Rowe takes him. Gets the shot off. Follow is by Wise. Good jumper, isn't he? There's Wanamaker. Carter says, come on, let's start over again. Draper outside. Short. Foul's called on Wise. That's 4 on him. 3 Drake players now have 4 fouls. Let's check that. Wise has 3 instead of 4. This is Shackelford shooting. Playing an excellent game tonight. 57-52. Galilee has 15 for UCLA. UCLA ahead by 5. Zeller. The Draper. 12 and a half minutes to play. Wanamaker, little pop shot. Looks like he can shoot that all day out there. 57-54. UCLA. Rowe just got it across in time. Shackelford. There's Galilee. Off Draper. Rowe missing the tip. Draper. Zeller. Zeller shot. Wanamaker scores. And he's fouled. Wanamaker is fouled by Shackelford. Here's the slow motion. Now watch Wanamaker on the right. Going up. Shackelford fouls him over the shoulder. The shot drops in. And Wanamaker has a chance to tie the game. That's 3 on Shackelford. This Drake has been something. He ties it up. 57 all. A 3-pointer for Wanamaker. Alcindor clearing out so Rowe can get it across. Wise right on him. It's a tough man-to-man defense this Drake has. They play you tight. They overplay you just a bit. Valley's shot. Valley again hitting. 59-57. There goes Draper. Leading Wanamaker. Draper to Wanamaker to tie it up at 59 all. 9 points for Wanamaker in the second half. The third-string center. They've had to play tonight because the others have committed so many fouls. Valley wide open. 19 points for Valley. Alcindor steals. Back he comes. Behind the back. Deflected by Pulliam. Draper with the ball for Drake. Underneath. Pulliam over the head. Wanamaker. Pulliam. Pulliam shot blocked by Alcindor. Alcindor batting away like they were all in. Off to Heights. Heights hips to make it 61. 63-59. Draper. Change of pace dribble. And a foul is called on Alcindor. The third on him. Third on Alcindor, the third on UCLA, and UCLA wants timeout. The Carter's back in. NCAA championship basketball action will continue from Louisville with the score UCLA 63, Drake 59. This is Kurt Gowdy with Jim Simpson. Freedom Hall, Louisville, Kentucky. Purdue defeated North Carolina in the opening semifinal game tonight, 92-65. Rick Mount getting 36 points. UCLA having a severe test here in the second game. Are leading right now 63-59. This game has been tied 3 times in the second half, and Drake took the lead twice in the second half. Zeller now shooting. 63-60. UCLA. They get it into Alcindor. Down to Heights. Here's a 2-on-1. Heights a shot. And the foul is on. Is it on Heights? It's on Heights. That's 4 on Ken Heights. Four team fouls on UCLA. Terry Schofield coming in, I believe, to replace Height. Dolph Pulliam, a husky 210-pound senior. Makes it 63-61, UCLA. And it's great ball, UCLA, which over the last years is with their press has upset everybody else, has been upset themselves tonight. They have now made 13 turnovers. Drake has made 4 turnovers. Carter comes out, sets it up. Zeller. We're approaching 10 minutes to go, Mark. Zeller battling up on that rebound. Now Sindor has it. Now Schofield brings it down for UCLA. UCLA ahead 63-61. Look at that tight man-to-man. Boy, they cover him. Play him tight. Pulliam commits the foul. They're really playing him tight, Jim.
Tight and rough, Kurt.
John Vallely, an outstanding night. 19 points, 9 in the second half. He's had some big buckets for UCLA, just when they've needed them. 65-61, 21 points for Vallely, the leading scorer of the game. UCLA, check that, he's tied with Al Sindor with 21. Wanamaker. There's Zeller. 5-63. Drake drops 4, 5, 6 behind and comes right back. Curtis Rowe gets it across. The foul's on Vallely for an illegal block. That's 4 on Vallely. And 5 on UCLA. Now UCLA has backcourt foul problem. Heights has 4 and Vallely has 4. While Drake has foul trouble on their centers trying to cover El Sindor. We are now 9 minutes away from the finish of this game. Wanamaker to McCarter, a whistle underneath. 3-second violation on Drake. UCLA's ball, that's the 5th turnover for Drake tonight. UCLA's turned the ball over 14 times. Seldom has a wooden team made this many mistakes. But they've been forced into them by this tough, very tight man-to-man. Vallely feeding El Sindor. Batted away by Zeller. Bill Sweek is coming in for UCLA. 65-63 UCLA. Shackelford to El Sindor, stolen by McCarter. McCarter feeding Zeller. Zeller gets in there. El Sindor up to clear the board. UCLA's ball. 8.5 to go. A 2-point lead for the national champion UCLA Bruins. They're getting a fight of their lives tonight. Squeak outside. El Sindor hits the tip in. His 23rd point. Just been too much under the boards for Drake. Here's Zeller. His shot, good. 67-65. Zeller has 11 points now. UCLA 67, Drake 65. Schofield. And a foul was called on Pulliam. 4 on Pulliam now. He's the best defensive player. There he is, number 5 on this Drake club. 68-65 UCLA. 7:48 to play. 69-65 UCLA. Drake in possession. Missouri Valley champs that won 12 in a row. First time they've ever played in a postseason tournament. They won 25 out of 29. McCarter's short jump shot. Won't go in for him. He had it, but couldn't catch it. UCLA's ball. The neutral court, of course, there's a steal by Wise. Another turnover. 15 now charged to UCLA. Zeller's shot. Up on the board is Curtis Rowe. Three-second violation. Alcindor was in the lane. Drake's ball. Well, no one thought that Drake could play UCLA this tough because of the great height advantage by Alcindor, Rowe, Wicks. The official clock now has gone haywire. There's 20 minutes to go, but it's the right score up there. NCAA championship basketball action will continue from Louisville, Kentucky with a score. UCLA 69, Drake 65. Drake's ball. They've dropped 4 points behind now. They've been ahead twice in this half. They've tied it 3 times. McCarter just won't go down for him. Rowe down court to Bill Squeak. Alcinder's off the pivot. Driving. Blocked away. There's one for you. It's usually Alcindor who's blocking a shot, slapping him away. Out in front to Schofield. And there's that Willie Weiss bringing him to clear the board once again. He does an amazing job for his height. He's only 6'4", but he gets up there. 7 minutes to play. A 4-point lead for UCLA. And shuffling, steps called on Wanamaker. There's a costly turnover. Get the ball into Shackelford. Looking for Alcindor underneath. Keep looking in it for him. There it is. Great ball. Zeller drives, and a foul on Shackelford. Okay. 4 on Shackelford, and 16 fouls now in UCLA. Shot. Zeller. 69-66. Bonus free throws are in effect from now on one-shot situations for both clubs. Schofield comes across. McCarter right on him. That's on McCarter. He just stuck that arm out a little bit too much. 2 on McCarter. 1-1 now for Schofield. Up again to clear the board. What a rebounder. Zeller getting by Schofield, but Alcindor comes over, slides off to bother him, so he starts it out again. Alcindor left Wanamaker. McCarter shooting under the gun. Rowe has the loose ball. Bad shot from McCarter. 6 minutes to play. UCLA ahead 69-66. Alcindor shot dropped in. 71-66. 25 points for Alcindor. And Drake wants a timeout. NCAA championship basketball action will continue from Louisville with a score. UCLA 71, Drake 66. That's 4:15 Eastern, 1:15 Pacific Coast time. Purdue will meet the winner of this game for the national championship. It'll be on NBC. Drake has dropped 5 behind again. 5.5 minutes to play in the game. UCLA led at the half, 41-39. McCarter shot, and he's missing now. Alcindor grabbed another rebound. Not dropping for Willie McCarter. Valley's back in the game, and a foul's on Zeller, and Kenny Heights has come back in. John Wooden gets his 2 starting backcourt men back in. They each have 4 fouls. up on the board. Drake is coached by Maury John. He's done an excellent job with his club. Good team to watch. Zeller, Alcindor up again on the board. Drake's been missing now on the 15-footer. McAvoy missing. And a foul on Zeller. Three on Zeller. Valley shooting. He's giving them this lead. Valley has 23 points. 24. Had one of his best nights of the season when it counted. An 8-point lead for UCLA. 4:40 left to go. Williams shot. No good. Once again, Alcindor. His height has been the difference between the two teams tonight. 7 feet 1 1/2. He's been unstoppable under the board. Otherwise, Drake has played him even. Beautiful shot by Valley. What a clutch guy he's been. Valley now at 26. He leads the game in scoring, and UCLA has opened it up to a 10-point lead.
Well, it was 57-57, Kurt. But since that time, UCLA, with Alcindor under the basket, has done a fine job of rebounding as Drake has cooled off. Zeller and McCarter trying to hit from outside, and Pulling on occasion have not been able to hit from outside. And most of the time, Alcindor's been the only man under the bucket to grab the rebound. He's grabbed off his last 4 in a row. In the meantime, John Valladay, who came back into the ballgame at Kenny Heights, has hit on a couple of quick ones, plus 3 for 4 from the foul line. And that's the story. UCLA has moved out in front by 10 points. And they're now 4 minutes and 4 seconds away and 10 points in front of Drake as they aim for an unprecedented 3rd consecutive NCAA championship. Maury John of Drake knows that his team still has enough time. And, of course, as George King of Purdue said at halftime, the biggest factor about Drake is its hustle. It has never given up and doesn't intend to now. So UCLA is in the driver's seat for the moment, but Drake has got the basketball. Kurt?
And junior John Valley has now scored 16 points in the second half. Drake's ball. McCarter loses it. UCLA in possession. Valley brings it down. That foul is on Draper. Once again, Valley going to the line. Valley leads this game in scoring. He now has 28 points. A 78-66 lead for UCLA. As the national champs, power and class now starts to tell. McCarter hands that one. 78-68. Alcindor helping out against the press. Heights to Curtis Rowe. Stolen away. Pulliam to McCarter. It's a 2-on-1. McCarter's shot is good. 78-70. Willie McCarter has 18 points. He leads Drake in scoring. Valley says, get out of the way, here I come. Just over 3 minutes left to play. An 8-point lead for UCLA. They have won 18 tournament games in succession, an all-time record. And in recent tournaments, they haven't had close games, but this has been a tight one. Valley driving. No goal, and a jump ball call. Tip goes to Wynn, who just came in. Pulliam to Wise. Wise hit. And Drake hangs in, 78-72. UCLA's 12-point lead is chopped to 6. Fouls on McCarter. Drake's ball. And inside possession Wise that time on Alcindor. Pulliam driving. Alcindor again on the board. Boy, he pulls those rebounds down. He's grabbed a bundle full here in the last 5 minutes. Galloway over to Rowe. Just over 2 minutes to go. Drake 6 points behind. That's a foul on Gwynn. That's the first on Gwynn. Wise again on the rebound. And McCarter, 79-72, UCLA. McCarter with a quick jumper. That one won't go down. All alone is Kenny Heights down here. Shackelford's with him. Heights on the lay-in, 81-72. Minute 55 to go. Galloway's hit 9 out of 11 free throws in the second half. Carter gets a pick. That one's good, 81-74. Carter now has 20. This pass is to Shackelford. Pulliam right on him. He scores to make it 83-74. And Alcindor threw that length of the court pass. No basket. The foul on Vallely. That's all for him. So we don't know what he's done all year game by game, but this has to be, I'll bet, one of the best games Vallely's played in the UCLA uniform. And when they needed it in this tough semifinal game they've had here tonight. 83-74 UCLA, a minute 15 to go. That foul is on Wanamaker. Oh, Odom, check that, Odom, Gary Odom. Alcindor missing a free throw. Once again is that Willie Wise clearing the board. 1 minute to go. Wise's shot. Wise again hit. 83-76 UCLA. So it's going to be Purdue against UCLA for the national title, and UCLA wants time with 47 seconds to go. Wicks has gone in for UCLA.
All right, Kurt, and we'll remind everybody again that at 2 o'clock Eastern Time, we'll come on with the game between North Carolina and apparently at this moment Drake for 3rd and 4th place in the NCAA championship. And immediately following at 1:15 on the coast, 4:15 Eastern Time, it'll be Purdue, which demolished North Carolina 92-65 as Rick Mount got 36 points against apparently UCLA, which is all in front for her. By the score of 83-76 with only 47 seconds to go. And of course, John Vallely will go down as having played one of the best ball games here tonight with 29 points. 19 of those in the second half, including 9 for 11 from the foul line in the second half. Overall, 11 for 14 from the foul line. The junior from Newport Beach, California, will be back.
They're back in again. They feed the ball to Schofield, blows a layup. Great ball. Gwynn brings it down. 35 seconds to go. Right over by us there. Carter outside. Foul on Heights, and he's fouled out. So Vallely and Heights have each fouled out. Bill Sweet will go in to replace him. Willie McCarter, UCLA, now fouling time again. So we're going to have a matchup Saturday, Purdue, UCLA, Jim.
All right, Kurt. Of course, UCLA was hard-pressed toward the end of the season. And their final 2 games with USC took them to overtime before beating them But then, of course, the wins, as Johnny Wooden said, probably made them a better ball club. They came back and demolished Santa Clara, but tonight against a much shorter but very spunky Drake team, they only had a 2-point lead at halftime, 41-39, and several times in the second half, Drake had the lead, 43-42 and 45-44. But that's what might have been.
Now it's 21 points. Fine player, senior, playing his next to last game. Drake. 83-78 to steal by Drake. And Carter hit. 83-80. Wait a minute now. Here they were. 23 seconds to go. And suddenly Drake's right back in this thing. UCLA had a 9-point lead with just a little over to go. Now they're only 3 ahead. Schofield. He's triple teamed. And a foul is called on Gwynn with 18 seconds to play. This Drake team is unbelievable the way they refuse to fold. They get 9-10 behind. You look up a minute later and they're right back in the ball game. And Drake now is calling time. Remarkable clubs, Jim.
Sure is, Kurt. And of course, Maury John has call time on the hope that Schofield, when he steps to the line, does not make the free throw. If he does, he'll get another shot because we're in a bonus situation. But if he does not, in a period of 18 seconds, Drake needs 3 points and needs them in a hurry. And that is what Maury John is outlining to his players right now, what it is they must try to do. Number 42 in your picture is Willie Wise, a real jumping jack here this evening. And one of the unsung heroes for Drake tonight, he's done a fine job, especially in the second half, has been Rick Wanamaker, whose job it has been to cover up Lou Alcindor and also to try to score. He scored 9 points here in the second half. They started out with Al Williams in the pivot. He quickly got in trouble. They brought in Gary Odom. He got in trouble. Then they settled on junior Rick Wanamaker in Marengo, Iowa, and he has done a fine job. But now we come to Schofield. And the closing 18 seconds, Kurt.
With just a little over a minute to go, UCLA had a 9-point lead, and suddenly it's melded to 3. 5 quick points by Drake in about 10 seconds. Drake's ball. Willie McCarter. 12 seconds to go. He's way short. Pulliam. Hit underneath with 8 seconds to go. Phenomenal. Back. Alcindor. Over to Shackelford. 1 second. The game's over. And a 1-point decision for UCLA. UCLA wins its 19th tournament game. There's a shot at the foul line. A 9-point lead was nearly wiped out. The game is not over. We have a foul shot by Shackelford. Shooting 1 and 1. He makes it 84-82. UCLA got the scare of its life and nearly blew the ball game. They make it 85-82. That's your final score. But they blew a 9-point lead down to a 1-point lead. You'll never see a scrappier team than Drake tonight, the way they played against the National Cats. That's the final score. UCLA 85 and Drake 82. We'll be back to recap the action in just a moment.